Hi there, family! Have you ever watched someone effortlessly connect with people they're attracted to and wondered, what's their secret? Maybe you felt invisible in the dating world, like you're doing everything right but still getting overlooked? Here's the thing. Attraction isn't about magic or manipulation, it's psychology. And today, we're breaking down the 5 psychological habits that make certain people naturally magnetic. Before we dive in, remember, this isn't about tricks or games, it's about understanding the science of human connection and becoming the best version of yourself. So, let's get started.
Um, Sign 1. They protect their own scarcity.
You know that limited edition sneaker drop everyone goes crazy for? Dr. Robert Cialdini's scarcity principle explains why. We value things more when they're rare or hard to get. The same applies to people. People who naturally attract others understand that their time and attention are valuable resources. They're not constantly available, not because they're playing hard to get, but because they genuinely have a life. They have hobbies, goals, friendships, and passions that matter to them. Picture this. There's a guy at a party who spends the entire night hovering around one person, laughing at every joke, always physically present. Then there's another guy who says a warm hello, has a genuine conversation, and then moves on to talk with his friends. Who seems more intriguing? The second person. Why? Because scarcity signals value. When you're not desperately available, you're communicating something powerful. My attention is worth something. I respect my own time. It's not about being cold or distant, it's about self-respect. The difference? People who struggle often overinvest too early. They make themselves a common resource instead of a limited opportunity. They text immediately, cancel plans with friends, and reorganize their entire schedule around someone they barely know. And paradoxically, this abundance of availability makes them less attractive.
Sign 2. They understand the one-over dynamic.
Okay, here's something fascinating. The gain-loss theory of attraction suggests we actually like people more when we feel we've won them over from a neutral or slightly reserved starting point. Think about it. When someone is instantly head over heels for you before they even know you, it feels unearned, right? Maybe even a little suspicious. But when someone is politely reserved at first, then gradually warms up as they discover who you really are, that feels like a victory. That feels earned. People who naturally attract others aren't people pleasers. They don't immediately agree with everything you say or laugh at jokes that aren't funny. They're authentic. They might be friendly, but not overly enthusiastic until they genuinely connect with you. This creates something psychologically powerful, the sense that you've earned their interest. And earning something always feels more valuable than having it handed to you. People who struggle in dating often try to be all positive all the time. They agree with everything, they're always smiling, always available, always enthusiastic, but this can feel hollow because it wasn't earned through genuine connection. The person you're interested in didn't do anything to deserve this level of enthusiasm, so it feels meaningless.
Sign 3. They master subtle frequency. Want to know one of the strongest predictors of attraction? It's not grand romantic gestures, it's proximity. The famous MIT dormitory study found that physical closeness and frequency of interaction are more powerful than almost any other factor in forming friendships and romantic connections. People literally became friends with whoever lived closest to them, not because of shared interests or compatible personalities, but because they bumped into each other regularly. People who naturally attract others understand this instinctively. They're consistently present in the same social circles or physical spaces, but they're not overbearing about it. They show up to that weekly game night. They're regulars at the coffee shop. They're part of the friend group that meets up on weekends. Here's the thing. Seeing someone for 10 minutes every day is psychologically more powerful than one 3-hour date once a month. Familiarity creates safety. It allows attraction to grow naturally without pressure. So what's the difference? People who struggle often try to force proximity, showing up uninvited to places, constantly inserting themselves into situations. Or they do the opposite. They wait for one big moment, one perfect opportunity to make their move, instead of building connection through small, frequent, low-pressure interactions. The magic isn't in intensity, it's in consistency.
Sign 4.
They invite others to invest. This one seems backwards, but it's backed by solid psychology, the Ben Franklin effect. When we do a favor for someone, our brain has to justify why we spent that effort. The easiest justification? I must like this person. So paradoxically, doing favors for someone makes us like them more, not less. People who naturally attract others understand this. They're not afraid to ask for small favors. Hey, could you hold this for a second? Do you know what time it is? I'm terrible at choosing gifts. What do you think? These tiny requests give the other person an opportunity to be helpful, to feel good about themselves, and to unconsciously invest in the relationship. This creates a collaborative bond. When someone helps you, they become a stakeholder in your success. They've invested time and energy, so they care more about the outcome. What's the difference? Many people think they need to do everything for the person they're interested in. They buy gifts, offer constant help, solve every problem, but this actually backfires. The other person never gets to invest, never gets to feel helpful or needed. They're just a passive recipient, which creates no psychological bond. Let people contribute. Let them invest in you. It makes them care.
Sign 5. The avoid the discord mod trap. Let's talk about something uncomfortable. Presentation matters a lot. A 1997 study by Morian and Blum found something hopeful. The most attractive features are non-genetic: posture, grooming, positive attitude, and clothing that fits well. These matter more than your bone structure or height. People who naturally attract others practice consistent self-care. They shower daily, they wear clothes that fit properly, they stand with their shoulders back, they maintain a positive outlook, not because life is perfect, but because they choose to engage with the world from a place of self-worth. This isn't shallow. Self-care is a signal of mental health. It shows the world, I care about myself enough to take care of myself. And if you don't care about yourself, why would anyone else? The discord mod archetype exists for a reason. It's the person who neglects basic grooming, wears clothes that don't fit, slouches through life, and then wonders why people aren't attracted to them. They blame genetics, blame society, blame women, when really they're not taking care of the variables they can control. People who struggle often focus on what they can't change: their height, their jawline, their hair. People who succeed focus on what they can: their hygiene, their posture, their attitude, their style.
The truth about biology and luck. Even if you do everything right, you won't attract everyone, and that's okay. Science tells us that MHC molecules, proteins related to immune system compatibility, influence attraction through pheromones. Sometimes two people are just biologically incompatible, and no amount of psychological savvy will change that. Rejection isn't always a you problem. Sometimes it's just chemistry, literally. The goal isn't to get someone. The goal is to become the most attractive, self-respecting version of yourself so that the right person can find you. Work on your scarcity, your authenticity, your consistency, your ability to receive help, and your self-care. The rest will follow. Have you noticed any of these signs in yourself, or is there one you're excited to start practicing today? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, family.